So, Apple Watch Ultra, it's been 9 months since the release date. I've had it for about 8 months, and I just wanted to do a quick recap, like a long-term review of using this watch every single day. I've worn it day and night, and I've used it for different activities. I am no ultra athlete, but I have been using this for bike riding, hiking, going to the gym, skateboarding, on holidays, and basically living in this 24/7 for the last 8 months. So, this is my experience. Battery, first of all. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that will talk about the Garmin battery, but we'll talk about sort of the usability, the connections, and the ecosystem a little bit later on in the video. But battery life, I'm getting easily 2 days and 2 nights. So the scenario is, come back from work, say on a Monday, the battery's dead. I will charge it Monday night while I'm having a shower, and it doesn't take very long at all because it's fast charging. It seems like minutes, so it charges fully. So then I will sleep in it Monday night. I will go all day Tuesday, sleep in it Tuesday night, and go all day Wednesday. Then when it comes to Wednesday afternoon, I will have to give it a boost to give it a charge, and then we're on again for the next 2 days. So ultimately, that is the average what I've been getting out of the battery. Now, of course, if you're going out of the house using it with just the LTE and connecting your AirPods Pro to them, or you're doing a lot of exercise, like half marathons or going for a 3-hour bike ride, then of course the battery will drain a little bit quicker. But on average, though, that is what I'm getting out of the battery life. Now, I have been using it for road cycling, skateboarding, hiking on holiday on a recent trip to Cornwall, and that is still what I was getting out of the battery. Really impressed with it, and I know it's not to the level of the Garmin's and those kind of things, but you've got to bear in mind what you're getting out of this: the usability, the connection, the ecosystem, and everything. You're not getting the LTE from those other watches. So, yeah. It's a good battery. I'm impressed with it. You do quickly get used to it though. If you're coming from like an Apple Watch Series 6 or something like that, which I was, then you have to charge it every night. You are impressed originally with the battery life. I do wish that it would last 3-4 days, so hopefully in the next generation of the Apple Watch Ultra that will be the case. So when it comes to using the watch and the battery life and everything, the ecosystem is just so good that it makes the shorter battery life compared to those other watches better. It's a nicer user experience. I unlock my Mac Mini with the watch. I don't have to put the password in. I pay for stuff via Apple Pay via my Mac Mini. I actually control the Apple TV with that, with the remote. You turn on smart devices with this. You can make phone calls, text messages, all those things. The whole ecosystem makes up for the fact really that you haven't got a longer battery life. So those are my thoughts on the battery life after 8 months of using this watch every single day. Ruggedness. Now, as you can see, compared to the Apple Watch Series 6 that I've got here, the old midnight one, the blast from the past, this is rugged. I can attest to that. It should be for £800. It's titanium, it's got the stainless steel ring around the screen, it's got the sapphire glass. Now, altogether, it's been really good. I have got one little ding. This is a stainless steel, I presume, around the screen. I think it is. It must be a slightly softer metal to the titanium actual case, because that's where I've got a couple of scratches, a couple of dings, and in certain light situations you can see it. So that is the only problem after 8 months. Now, just bear in mind, I've got a pretty rugged job. I'm a truck driver by day. Hopefully, make sure you subscribe down there below. I'm going to be going full time on here pretty soon, and I'll be able to give that up and not bang my tech around. But it's been given a beating. Rain, snow, ice, metal straps off trailers banging against it. I've whacked it off doors. I've used this on a daily basis, and there is no scratches whatsoever on the sapphire glass. That is the one thing I really do fully recommend. If you're going for a normal Apple Watch, even just go for the more expensive version with the sapphire glass on there. Honestly, it makes all the difference compared to this Apple Watch Series 6, just massive scratches on it on the front after a couple of years of use. This one, you're not going to get any scratches on there because it's such a hard material. So overall, yeah, I've been really impressed with it. I've used it, like I said, on a daily basis in my rugged job. It's coped with that. I've also taken it on multiple holidays. We've been swimming in the ocean, we've been surfing, we've been hiking, we've been in sand, in beaches. I've worn it all the time. It's coped, it's fine, it's doing really well. So, I mean, it should do. It's supposed to be the Apple Watch Ultra. It's made for those extreme mountaineers, and the ruggedness you cannot knock at all. When it comes to the Apple Watch strap, so they are okay. I've still not found one that I've just kept on the watch the whole time. The Alpine loop does get grubby. It's starting to wear away a little bit where you put the loop every day. The trail loop is okay. I haven't worn this a hell of a lot. It's very nice, very light, very comfortable. And the Ocean band is the one I don't like because these ridges sort of dig into my wrist when I'm using it for a couple of days. So, I mean, I've got this one from Nomad, which is great. I wear this every now and again as well. I'll link them all in the description down below if you want to go and grab one. No preference on the straps particularly. Overall, anyway, ruggedness, very good. Design. Now, I love the design. I think it looks beautiful. For me, I like the action button, the orange on the side. I think it looks cool. I like the orange strap. It sort of matches. The fact that it's got this flat screen is a bit of a deal breaker for me, in all honesty, when it comes to using this for navigating around the screen. Yeah, it's not that much bigger, it's only a few millimeters, but the fact that it's flat compared to the normal Apple Watch just makes it seem a little bit bigger. Now, it is a little bit easier to type, to press the complications, and to swipe and left and right and stuff. I just find the flat screen design, it just is a little bit better for me personally. Anyway, so yeah, the design of it I really like. I think it looks good. It's got the ceramic on the back. It's a bit chunkier than a normal Apple Watch, and it's down to personal preference if you like the look of it. If you're more used to bigger watches like a G-Shock or a Garmin, then this is sort of that kind of watch. It's that sort of design. The design around the edges and all the little microphones and everything is critical to the way it works. The microphones are really exceptional for phone calls, a lot better than the normal Apple Watch. The microphone on here, people don't even know that you're talking to your Apple Watch when you're using this for a phone call. It is really good. You've got the digital crown, which is slightly protected by this notch on the side. You've got the button there for the Apple Pay, which I use a hell of a lot, and then you've got the action button on the side if you want to use it. I use it as a torch. That helps me when I start my early mornings, but you can obviously customize that action button to do anything you want. So anyway, overall, I think it looks really great. I like the way it looks, and you quite happily go out on a night with this on your wrist if you want to change it to a more formal band, and then I use it every day for work. So I love the way it looks. The weight. Now, a lot of people ask about the weight and how can you sleep in something that's so heavy. I don't notice a hell of a difference when it comes to the normal Apple Watch. It is obviously heavier. It is about 61 grams for the case only compared to 39 grams for the case only on the Series 8. So there is a weight difference, but you don't notice it. I don't anyway. That is my personal experience. I sleep in this. I don't have any issue with sleeping with it. It's very comfortable, and I mean, if it is heavier, then you soon get used to that extra weight. It's something that you just acclimatise to. Yeah, there's a reason why they use titanium, because it's both light and one of the strongest materials out there that you can build devices with. So it's not a massive issue. Like I said, worn this on multiple things. I ride on a road bike daily with it, and I sleep in it most nights. If it's not charging, I sleep with this on my wrist. I don't find it any heavier, and I don't see the weight being a real issue, and it hasn't been for me over the last 8 months. Price, and is it worth it? Well, the way I sum it up to friends that ask me about the Apple Watch Ultra is if you can afford £800 on a watch. Now, bear in mind, I only bought this simply for YouTube. If it wasn't for YouTube, I may not have spent £800 on a watch. But if you can afford it, then I think the extra things and the design, the ruggedness, the extra features it brings more than make up for the price. If it's more of a luxury and you don't want to spend that much on a watch, then everything that you get out of an Apple Watch, want to use an Apple Watch for, the Series 8 or even the SE does a similar job. There's only a few different features, and I've covered those in my other videos, which I'll link up above and in the description down below. So that is how I sum it up when people ask me about the £800 Apple Watch Ultra. Of course, the price will be coming down, and of course, I do fully recommend that you wait till September now, because they will probably updating it this year. They may not update it this year. They may go for like a 2-year cycle with the Apple Watch Ultra. We will see, but I fully expect them to update it this year, so we will see. But that's it for this video. I hope it answered some of the questions and some of the thoughts you had about this Apple Watch if you were thinking about grabbing one. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.